Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Vanderbilt and Toledo Rebuild Dynasties. As you all know, I am rebuilding Vanderbilt, and my best friend Metal Mike is rebuilding Toledo. We are in week 3. I am 1-1 going into this week, and I play the 1-1 Georgia State. Coming into the week, the top stories are Baylor upset number 20 Utah 38-28. This week, bitter rivals clash as number 4 Oregon plays Oregon State. In another rivalry game, number 15 Notre Dame travels to Purdue to play the Boilermakers. And in another bitter rivalry, number 20 Utah plays Utah State. And that is the top stories this week. Let's head over to the top 25 and see where the standings are heading into week 3. Georgia remains number 1. Michigan jumps up 5 spots to number 2 after beating Texas. Ohio State drops 1 spot to number 3. Oregon remains the same at 4. Ole Miss stays at 5. Alabama stays at 6. Missouri moves up 1 spot to 7. Oklahoma moves up 2 spots to 8. Texas A&M moves up 3 spots to 9. Texas, after losing to Michigan, drops 7 spots to 10. Arizona moves up to 11. Oklahoma State moves up to 12. NC State jumps 7 spots after upsetting Tennessee to 13. Kansas State jumps up to 14. Notre Dame remains at 15. Louisville improves to 16. Tennessee, after getting upset by NC State, drops 6 spots to 17. Miami jumps up 3 spots to 18. LSU jumps up 3 spots to 19. Utah, in the biggest drop of the week, drops 11 spots after being upset by Baylor to 20. Auburn is now 21 after not being ranked last week. Clemson jumps up 3 spots to 22. Iowa is now 23. Wisconsin 24. And Kansas drops 4 spots after being upset by Illinois to 25. And that is the top 25 rankings going into week 3. Metal Mike, as always, has already played his game. Toledo narrowly defeated Mississippi State 39-38. And he sent me this message about the game, so I'm going to read it to you guys. I got lucky. I was down 38-36 with 2 seconds left, so I went to kick a field goal. I initially missed because I'm not used to long field goal attempts yet, and it was a 49-yard attempt. Well, they roughed my kicker, so that moved me all the way up to their 17, and I made the field goal on the final play. So Mississippi State commits a stupid penalty, and it cost them big time, and Metal Mike gets his 3rd win of the season. Congratulations, buddy. Here's a look at Metal Mike's stats. Quarterback Tucker Gleason went 32 for 55 for 596 yards, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and had a quarterback rating of 171.9. Rushing the ball, Jaquez Stewart had 16 carries for 111 yards. His leading receiver was Larry Stevens, 11 catches, 216 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Under him, Juwan Newton, 9 catches, 190 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And not only that, Anthony Torres, 8 catches, 143 yards, and 1 touchdown. His big 3 for receiving really went off. On defense, His leading tackle was Emmanuel McNeil Warren, a free safety. Right end, Deshaun Holt led Toledo in sacks with 1.5. And right end, Jeremiah Peters also had a half a sack. No interceptions. Cornerback Zeke Blake forced a fumble. And right outside linebacker Daniel Bolden also forced a fumble. No one recovered a fumble. There were no blocks of any kind, no safeties, and no defensive touchdowns. Now, kick returning. His leading kick returner, Zamarian Lang, 4 returns for 64 yards. And punt returning, Jerwan Newton, 2 punt returns for 14 yards. Let's take a look at his kicking stats real quick. Kicker Luke Pollock made 1 field goal out of 3 attempts, which looks like it was the game-winning 34-yard field goal. And he was 4 for 4, 100% on extra points. Now it's Vanderbilt's time. So first, I'm going to upgrade my coaching skills. I have 20 points to do so. And I'm going to continue with my recruiting here. I put some into the defense last time, so now I'm going to put some into the O-line and some more into the defense here. All right, we got some there into the D-line. Let's go ahead and do some D tackles now, and DBs get them 2 out of 4. Time to do some recruiting. Now, I've been watching some recruiting videos, so I'm going to change it up a little bit how I'm doing this. I'm going to start with Earl Lambo. And I can see that I'm still way ahead of North Carolina here, but I'm going to take off DM player to get hours back. I'm going to take off friends and family to get some hours back. And I'm basically going to do this with everybody, just to kind of do a whole reset, because like I said before, I have been doing this all wrong. So everybody here, I already scheduled a visit for him. Oh no, I can schedule a visit for him. So let's go ahead, and this might take a little bit here, but I want to make sure I get this right. And it's cool to do this with, you know, talking to friends and family and all that to find out what they like. But I realized that I didn't put anything into scouting for anybody, or I didn't schedule any visits with anybody. So essentially now I have to do that. So once I get done with this, I'm going to try to get my 500 hours back, or as many of them as I can, because I have a lot of information on these players already. And maybe I was doing this backwards. Instead of scouting people first, I was finding out their interests back. Perfect. So now I have all my hours back. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go to Earl Lambo first. And now I'm going to start scouting. It costs 10 points to scout. So he's got 82 speed. His pursuit is 80. His agility is 78. And his acceleration is 85. Let's put 20 more into him. Power moves are 80. Strength is 85. Tackle is 80. Awareness is 67. And acceleration is 65. He's not going to be a bad player, so I'm definitely going to want him, but I can't schedule a visit with him yet. Now on to Dennis Gallimore, who I have in a huge lead over Louisville. I can't schedule a visit with him yet, so let's scout him. Man coverage is 60, change of direction 77, Pursuit is 84 and awareness is 77. I like his pursuit abilities and his awareness. Oh, and he is going to be a stud. He has the green diamond, so I am definitely going after him. Acceleration 87, speed 91. This cat is going to be fast. Zone coverage 75. Yeah. I'm liking what I see there. But I can't offer him a visit yet. Now here, Iazufa Cobbs. I don't think I'm catching Georgia Tech. So I'm going to go ahead and remove him. Jalen Brisby. I have a huge lead over Tulane. So let's go ahead. I can schedule a visit with him, but I want to scout him first. Change of direction 86, agility 85, zone coverage 64, play recognition 67. I do like his change of direction and agility. He seems like he's going to be a man coverage guy. Oh, and he is a stud. Acceleration 88, zone coverage 75. Oh, I'm sorry, man coverage 75, speed 87. Yes, he is definitely going to be a stud. And we are going to schedule a visit as soon as possible. We are going to do it. I kind of want to do it in game, but I want to get him in as soon as possible because he is a stud. We're going to schedule him for week 5. Let's get him in there. Now, wide receiver, Sam Cash. A significant lead over Tennessee. I like that. Let's go ahead and scout him. We have a 90 speed, which I love that. Catch in traffic is 71. Agility is 88. Deep routes 71. Release is 71. Spectacular cast 77. But I like to throw a lot of underneath stuff, so that 95 speed I really like. Acceleration 94, catching 71. Low awareness, but that's all right. I like what I see there. I'm going to continue to pursue him. I can't do a visit yet, so I'm going to go back and see if I have any points left to get more information on him. Punter, Lawrence Yemen. Significant lead over Northwestern. Let's go ahead and scout him. 50 awareness, 90 kick power. I like that. Okay. I can't schedule a visit with him yet. Right tackle, Devontae Bullock. Again, I can't schedule a visit with him. I do like it that he's an 80 pass power block and a pass block of 81. I do like that. Oh, he is a bust. Straight up, no diamond with an X. Let's go ahead and take him off the... You know what? He is a bust. I'm going to keep him for now. I was going to take him off the list, but I'm going to keep him for now. Right outside linebacker, Steve Fallon. We have a significant lead on Tulsa here. Can't schedule a visit yet. Let's go ahead and scout him. Oh, look at that. Zone coverage 74, awareness 73, change of direction 76. Man coverage 57, which I'm okay with. I run more zone than man. Acceleration 89. Fullback, Josh Terry. We have a good lead over Northwestern here. Let's scout him. Impact block 67, awareness 64, lead block 77. That's important for a fullback because I really don't run the fullback much. Trucking 80, strength 77. Okay. Right end Dom Brockers. We have a good lead over Georgia Tech. I still can't schedule a visit yet, so we're going to do some scouting. And right off the back, block shedding 84, tackle 81. I like that a lot. And he is a stud. Strength 86, play requisition 73. He is definitely one that I'm going to keep an eye on. And you know what? I think after I get done with my scouting, I'm going to move all my studs up to the top so I can keep track of them. Fullback. All right. Elvin Gloss. I do have a lead over Louisville. He's number 2 at his position, so let's see what we can do with him. I can't schedule a visit yet. Okay, agility 81, acceleration 83, catch 82, strength 81, impact blocking 74, and he is a stud. That's what I'm talking about. Defensive tackle, Torrin Cummings. I can schedule a visit with him. Let's see what his stats look like first. Ooh, I'm liking what I'm seeing here. Finesse move 76, tackle 82, acceleration 82, and he is a stud. Look at that. Strength 88, pursuit 78. I'm going to schedule a visit with him week 5 as well. See if we can nab him. I scheduled a visit with him, and I believe I didn't do this with the others, but I have to pick a selling point for him. And I'm going to pound on proximity to home, wherever that is, because it's a check for him and it's an A+ for us. That's what we're going to focus on. Which I have to go back and do the others because I forgot to do that. Now we're going to go to left tackle, Greg Pritchard. Can't schedule a visit with him yet, but I can scout him. 84 strength. I like that right off the rip. 80 pass blocker, 72 run blocker. And he is a bust. Awareness 58. So what I'm going to do is instead of even thinking about it, I'm just going to remove the busts. Let's get them off there. There's less people I have to worry about next week. Hunter. I'm running low on points here, so let's see where I am on some of these other guys here. All right, so I have a battle with Florida over punter Alex Durrett. There's some pretty big name schools interested in him, so let's scout him. Uh, 85 kick power, I like that. Kick accuracy, 75 kick power. All right, so he's he might be a good punter. He might not be. I have what, 30 points left. I want to start going after one of my quarterbacks and seeing who we have here. So Josh Easy, I have a good lead there. And Louis Villanelli. We'll do Easy first because he's there. Wait, hold on. He's 78 on the position ranking, and he's 114. So yeah, we'll go Josh Easy first. I can schedule a visit with him, but I want to scout him first. 80 short throw accuracy. I like that. 76 throw on the run. Throw power 87. Okay, I like that. I'm out of hours. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to everybody that I scheduled a visit for, and I'm going to pick a focus to talk to them about because I forgot to do that. I only did that with one person. Oh, I messed up because I didn't pick the action to talk to. I wasn't able to schedule a visit. Okay, next week I will definitely that'll be the first thing I do next week is scheduling a visit with some of these high-profile players. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move those stud players up to the top so I can better keep track of them. And I'm going to remove these busts. So that's one less player I have to worry about scouting. Reorder is hold the right trigger. Let's go ahead and move him there. Alright. And this is just a good way to order and reorder everything going on here. Organization is the key. And I think that's it. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 stud players right now. I am substantially ahead in Louisville on him. So if I didn't remove the other fullback, this guy, I'm just going to take him off the list. Now I'm down to 18 targets. The list is getting smaller and smaller as the week goes, which is perfect because now I'm going to start getting the guys that I can really focus on here. What we're going to do now is we're going to go over to the Pennsylvania pipeline and we're going to check to see if Metal Mike had any more luck with his recruiting class. Let's see. We are looking for some Toledos. All right, Alex Coker. Mike is 5th. He is 3rd for defensive tackle Matthew Duck. 3rd for right outside linebacker Nick Washington. 3rd for right end Everett Dillard. Oh, he just missed out on strong safety and probably the player with my favorite name so far, Ricky Nicky. I was really hoping Mike would get him. He is 3rd for right guard Sidney Lawton. 2nd for middle linebacker Nate Shaw. He missed out on cornerback Everett Kessman, finishing 3rd on him. He ended up committing. He was 5th for quarterback George Brownlee. He committed to UConn. He's right now 2nd for halfback Marcus Randall. Come on, Mike. You can get this. You can get him. 3rd for tight end Deontay Garvin. And does he have any more 2-star recruits? Let's see. Wonder how many of these guys, just for shits and giggles, I could just swoop in and take. I mean, not that I'm looking for low-level recruits, but nope, it looks like that's it for the PA pipeline. He might be going after others. I wish you could search by team, but you can't do that, unfortunately. Nothing in the transfer portal yet. Oh, okay, that's just by school. And top classes. As of right now, Miami has the top recruiting class with 1 4-star and 3 5-star. 6 recruits total. Wake Forest is right under them with 6 recruits with 2 3-star and 4 2-star. So that is the recruiting side of it. And it looks like we pretty much did everything I've showed you guys. Now it is time to play Vanderbilt at Georgia State. Let's go. I'm going to try to be 2-1. And hopefully, I'm going against Georgia State. So
First and 15 after a delay of game on Vanderbilt. Mikhail Young takes the jet sweep to the right. 13 yards, first down, Commodores. This would lead to a 21-yard touchdown pass across the middle from Nate Johnson to Ethan Carey. Commodores up 7-0. On Georgia State's next possession, Zach Gibson drops back to pass and is sacked for a 10-yard loss by Bradley Mann. 3rd and 2 on the Panthers' next possession. Freddie Brock runs up the middle for a 19-yard gain. First down, Georgia State. This would lead to a Liam Rickman field goal. Commodores 7, Panthers 3 at the end of the first quarter. First and 10 at the beginning of the second quarter. Zach Gibson drops back and hits Josias Cradell for a 12-yard gain. First down, Panthers. This would lead to a 1-yard touchdown pass from Zach Gibson to Darius Bush. Panthers up 10-7. Second and 10 on the next drive. Nate Johnson drops back to pass and he is sacked by Kevin Swint. 4th and 17, Nate Johnson drops back to pass and finds Eli Stovers for a 33-yard gain. First down. This will lead to a 5-yard touchdown by Cedric Alexander. 14-10, Commodores. Panthers try to respond on first down. Zach Gibson drops back to pass and he's sacked by Damian Riddick. At the start of the third quarter, Zach Gibson hits running back Freddie Brock for a 13-yard gain. First down, Panthers. 2 plays later, Zach Gibson drops back to pass and he's sacked by Corday Snyder for a 13-yard loss. 4th and 12 and the Panthers are punting, but they would catch a break when strong safety Randon Fontanetti would run into the punter. The Panthers would accept and it would be first down and still their ball. This would lead to Liam Rickman making his second field goal, a 41-yarder, putting the Panthers behind by 1 point, 14-13, Commodores. At the start of the fourth quarter, Nate Johnson would drop back to pass and find Micah Bell across the middle for a 5-yard touchdown. Commodores up 21-13. Zach Gibson would reply on the Panthers' next drive. He would drop back to pass and hit Amon Green for 31 yards. First down, Panthers. Zach Gibson would drop back to pass and find Darius Bush for an 8-yard touchdown, his second touchdown catch of the game. The Panthers try for the 2-point conversion for the tie. Gibson hands off to running back Freddie Brock, who is stuffed. 2-point conversion is no good. Commodores up 21-19. On the ensuing kickoff, wide receiver Tristan Brown almost takes it to the house, running 65 yards before he stopped and giving the Commodores marvelous field position. Later on that drive, 2nd and 12, Nate Johnson drops back to pass, hits Micah Bell across the middle for a 14-yard touchdown, Bell's second touchdown catch of the game. Commodores up 28-19. Zach Gibson trying to keep the Panthers alive on 1st and 10. He drops back to pass and hits Freddie Brock for first down. On the next play, Gibson drops back again and finds Darius Bush for 13 yards. First down, Panthers. 4th and 3, Zach Gibson drops back again and finds Braylon Charlton for an 8-yard gain. The Panthers are still alive. 3rd and 1 and the Panthers are still driving. Zach Gibson drops back to pass and is sacked for a 14-yard loss by Devin Lee. That's Lee's second sack of the game. 4th and 15, Zach Gibson drops back to pass and connects with Darius Bush, but it's short of the first down. Turnover on downs, Vanderbilt ball. 2nd and 10 on the Commodores' next possession. Cedric Alexander tosses the ball to Mikhail Young, who runs for a 25-yard gain on the jet sweep pass. First down. The Commodores would run a jet sweep again. Cedric Alexander would toss the ball to McKillen Young for a 14-yard touchdown. And Vanderbilt is going for 2. Nate Johnson drops back to pass and connects with Micah Hill for the 2-point conversion. 36-19 Vanderbilt. First and 10 for the Panthers as they try to make their comeback. Zach Gibson drops back to pass and is tackled by Devin Lee. Gibson loses the ball, but after scrambling, he picks it up and is tackled further back. However, after the referees reviewed the play, they ruled it was not a fumble. And that was the end of any type of comeback that Georgia State had. The final score, Vanderbilt 36, Georgia State 19.
And here are my player stats. Nate Johnson, 13 out of 21, 3 touchdowns, 186 yards, 183.4 rating. Cedric Alexander, 6 for 7, 115 yards and a touchdown. My running back, doubling as my quarterback at times. And he can do it too. 270.8 passer rating. On the ground, he wasn't nearly as effective though. 10 carries, 26 yards, and a touchdown. I had to find ways for him to get involved. And 3 catches for 38 yards through the air. Receiving, McKillen Young is probably my best receiver. 4 catches, 87 yards, and a touchdown. Micah Bell, 5 catches, 47 yards, and 2 touchdowns. On the defensive side of the ball, look at Langston Patterson leading the team with 12 tackles. Beast. Defensive tackle Devin Lee led the team with 2 sacks. Left end, Zylan Wood had a sack. Left end, Gahoordia Snyder had a sack. Defensive tackle Damian Riddick had a sack. And defensive tackle Bradley Mann had a sack. No interceptions. No forced fumbles. No fumble returns. There were no blocks. No safeties, no touchdowns. Kick returning. Tristan Brown, 4 returns for 115 yards and a near touchdown. And punt returning, Tristan Brown, 2 punt returns for 12 yards. Well, it wasn't pretty. 36-19, you wouldn't have known it going into the 4th quarter. It looks like I'm finally starting to discover the identity of my team, a good mix of trickery and regular plays. So let's see if I can build off of this. 2-1 now. Georgia State, I'm going to give them props. They were a lot harder than I thought they would be. They put up a fight until they absolutely collapsed in the 4th quarter. Well, thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single thing. So, until next week's episode, see you then. Johnny H. out.